How would you react after waking up with no memory and a weird wristband strapped to you? Cowboys and Aliens is a science fiction western film released in 2011, directed by Jon Favreau and starring Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, and Olivia Wilde.
In 1873 New Mexico territory, a man awakens injured in the desert with a strange metal bracelet attached to his left wrist and no memory. 3 men approaches and tries to take advantage of him, but he fights them off and wanders into the town of Absolution, where a preacher treats his wounds. Percy Delorhide, son of the rootless cattle barn, Colonel Woodrown Delorhide, is reckless and shoots up the town. He then goes around demanding for money and approaches the mysterious man.
You too?
You want to watch where you point that thing before you get hurt.
Listen, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because maybe you don't know who I am.
Enraged, Percy points his gun at the man, then fires a warning shot that hits a deputy bystander by mistake. Sheriff Taggart arrives and arrests Percy. At jail, Taggart recognizes the stranger as wanted outlaw Jake Lonergan and attempts to arrest him. Jake fights them off and nearly escapes, but a woman named Ella interferes. Taggart and his men prepare to transport both Jake and Percy to Santa Fe for trial. But Percy's father, Delorhide, arrives with armed men and demands Percy be released and recognizes Lonergan as well.
I knew you'd come for me, Pa.
Shut up! I'll deal with you later.
Yeah, that's Lonergan, boss.
This son of a bitch stole my gold off the bullion coach. I want that man.
You're gonna have to take it up with the judge in Santa Fe.
I ain't going to Santa Fe. You give him to me now, or I'm gonna take him.
What about me, Pa?
I said shut up, boy!
Suddenly, alien ships approach and begin attacking the town. Percy, Taggart, and other town folks are abducted by grappling cables fired from the bottom of the ship. All of a sudden, Jake's bracelet inexplicably activates and transforms, becoming a weapon. He uses it to escape the carriage and shoots down a ship, ending the attack. Delorhide, Ella, and other town folks form a possum to track an injured alien that escaped from the downed ship the following day. Meanwhile, Jake travels to an abandoned cabin and, in a flashback, recalls returning to it with stolen gold to a woman named Alice. She tells him to return it, but the money melts, and then...
Stay there!
Parts of his memory returns, and Jake rejoins the possum. During the evening, they come upon a capsized paddle wheel steamboat. They camp inside it. During the night, the alien kills the preacher, who sacrifices himself to save Emmett, Taggart's grandson. By morning, most of the possum has deserted, and on the road, Jake's former gang attacks the rest. Jake, who stole the gang's loot after their last heist, attempts to retake control but is foiled. When asked about the goal, Jake tells them,
I don't remember.
You telling us you was leaving us high and dry because of some woman?
Soon, the bracelet activates and he shoots the guy. As the possum begins to ride away, the aliens attack again and abduct Ella. Jake jumps aboard the ship and attacks the alien pilot, causing the ship to crash in a river. The alien survives the crash and attacks Ella, fatally wounding her before Jake kills it with his wrist blaster. He carries her back to the group, but it was too late. Suddenly, they are surrounded by Chiricahua, Apache and Native Americans, who blame them for the alien attack. The group is captured and Ella's corpse is dumped on a fire. Miraculously, she resurrects and emerges from the fire. Ella reveals that the aliens are mining gold and abducting people to conduct experiments on them. She explains herself to be from another alien race who had traveled to Earth to help resist the invaders after they destroyed her home world.
I came here to make sure it would not happen again, but we have to work together.
He says his people will join her.
Join her. What's she gonna do? Where are you gonna go?
We can find them. He knows where they are.
No, I don't. Yeah, I can't remember anything. You know, I couldn't even remember my own name.
He says they will take care of that.
After taking medicine offered by the Apache medicine man, Jake's memory returns. He recalls watching Alice get vivisected and euthanized. He escaped by stealing the bracelet encasing his wrist. He also remembered the location of the aliens' base of operation, their landed mothership. With this knowledge, they plan to attack the alien base. Jake leaves to persuade his old gang to join the fight, telling them sooner or later the aliens will get to them all.
What I'm saying is you got a choice. You can drink your last few hours away on a beach, which, by the way, it's not a bad idea. Or you can follow me one last time.
Why the hell would we do that?
Same reason you always have, Bull. I'll make you rich.
After the combined group maneuver the aliens into a group battle, many are killed, while Jake and Ella board the ship and free the captives. With the wrist blaster, Jake holds the aliens off. After their release, Ella gets the bracelet from Jake and bids him goodbye as she enters the ship's core to obliterate the ship. Jake is soon captured by the same alien who killed Alice. Fortunately, Dillerhide rescues him, and both men escape from the ship after killing the alien. The ship takes off with the remaining aliens fleeing Earth, but Ella stayed on board to end the threat once and for all. Jake and Dillerhide watches on, while the people celebrate their victory and reunite with their loved ones. With the aliens gone, the rescued townfolks begin remembering their past. Still a wanted man, Jake chooses to leave. The sheriff and Dillerhide decide to claim he was killed in the invasion. The citizens intend to rebuild their town with the gold taken from the aliens.
Jake? She's in a better place.
I'll see you around, Colonel.
Cowboys and Aliens blend elements of Western and sci-fi genre, offering action, adventure, and a unique storyline that brings together cowboys and aliens in a dramatic, visually striking setting. The film explores themes of redemption, unity, and the strength found in diversity. 接下来我们来揭晓今天的学习内容。To give you the benefit of the doubt is a common expression that means to assume someone's intentions, words, or actions are honest, reasonable, or justified, even if there's some uncertainty or lack of clear evidence. It's an act of trusting or believing in someone's goodwill or credibility when the situation could be interpreted in more than one way. For example, I wasn't sure if you forgot about our meeting or if something had come up, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. The phrase high and dry is an idiom used to describe a situation where someone is left in a difficult, disadvantageous, or vulnerable position without support, assistance, or resources. It can be referred to both physical and metaphorical scenarios where someone is stranded or abandoned. Originally, high and dry refers to a boat that has been grounded or left on high tide, unable to return to the waters. The literal interpretation extends to describing situations where someone is left in a tough spot without the means to navigate their way out. And that's it for this episode of Cinephile. You can find more on the Funday website. Let's make every day a fun day.
Much obliged to you, Mr. Lonergan.
Yeah, well, I ain't done nothing yet.
I appreciate it all the same.